Okay, I'm live. Oh, there's Mia. Hello, Mia, my love. I should have known you'd be the first one in. Welcome to the cottage. So glad you are here this morning. Almost didn't get here. I've been outside crocheting and it's such a lovely, lovely day. You know the song, I think it's by Twyla Paris. In this sanctuary, we have all beheld. Only you are holy. There is no one else. No one who is worthy to sit upon the throne. In this sanctuary, we worship you alone. And I've been outside crocheting and worshiping the Lord this morning. Well, good morning, Samantha Stewart. How are you today, sweetheart? And there's Jacqueline Marley, three of my favorite people right off the bat. How about that? Well, you can tell, probably, more than likely. Maybe not. I don't know. I got a haircut and lost some weight while I was up at my sister's, so I'm good. I'm good. You have a cold, Samantha? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Suzanne. There's my Zach man. I'm doing just fine, Zach man. How are you doing, sweetheart? Are you feeling better? I know you've been kind of off and on lately. Well, Samantha, we'll put you on the prayer list for today then. And I'll do that right now while I'm thinking of it. And today is 10/27. Nope, 26. Okay, Samantha. And Sally Stevens is here. Good, good, good. And Leanie. And Kayla. Good morning. And Pam's Crafty Heart. Pam. I love you, ma'am. I have to get over there and play trivia with you. I've seen you up a couple times, but I'll tell you what, things that my sisters were a little wonky from time to time, and I didn't always get to do the things that I wanted to do. For those of you who don't know, my sister had an colonectomy and then went back. She's had gallbladder surgery, she's had a hernia repair, and she's had a semicolonectomy. And so she's on a short fuse right now. And good morning, Len. If you guys haven't been over to Len's lately, you need to go over there. He started knitting. Yeah, two needle knitting. And he's got himself a cup cozy that is absolutely beautiful and a scarf that's just about as tall as he is. In fact, he's probably finished his scarf by now. I saw it yesterday and it's pretty darn long. And there's BRB. You made 50 pumpkins? Is that the recipe you sent me, Barbara? Thank you, Mia. Thank you. She needs a lot of prayer because there are probably millions of people that have a colostomy or like ileostomy and deal with it every day and get up and go to work every day, and nobody even knows they have them unless they've shared that with them, because they just go on with their life. They go on living. And I hate to tell you this, but my sister has become a victim, and everything that happens is a major tragedy. And so, of course, when you're there and an incident happens, everything stops and you take care of my sister. So that's why I wasn't on every Wednesday and Sunday. And sometimes I just didn't have the energy to get up in the morning and do a show. And now you know, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because I am not, I don't like drama, but that's the way life is sometimes. And Maisie, hello, hello. Uh-oh. Well, you're here now. Yes, Sally, such is life. But you see, when a person dies, or a person gets divorced, or a person loses a job, or a person gets a physical illness, or loses a body part, we have a choice. We have a choice. We have to take time to sit and grieve that loss, whatever that loss is. And after we've grieved it for a time, we need to get up and live again, because you cannot live in your grief. You become a victim, and that day you begin to slowly die. And I don't want to see any of that for any of you. So you have a choice to make. Okay, this is the hand I'm dealt with today. Let's do something about it. Or you could say, okay, I got a basket of lemons this morning. Let's make lemonade. Or, I need to sit and grieve this loss. And you let that angst get you, and you cry out the tears you need. And when that's over, you get up out of your chair and you start living again. You go make the bed, you go get dressed, you put your shoes on. If you get dressed and put your shoes on first thing in the morning, you are good to go the rest of the day. If you waddle around in your slippers and your house dress, you're pretty much not going to get a whole lot done. So it is important to grieve a loss, but it's important not to live in that grief for whatever that loss is. Do what you need to do for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, half a day if you need. But when you're over it for that time, you get up and live again, because you know it's going to hit you again down the line. My Tom has been gone for 17 years, and still that rogue wave comes in out of nowhere and overtakes me. And you know that I live in a beautiful home. I have everything provided for me. The man who runs the home does everything possible to keep me happy, to keep me to stay here. And yet sometimes grief overwhelms me, and I just have to sit down and grieve and then get up and live. Okay, there you are. Okay, welcome to Miss C's Cottage. I'm Miss C. And Miss C's Cottage is the home of the Somebunny. Some bunnies are crocheted rabbits. They have huge ears, and they can hear all your sorrows, all your woes. They can hear your grief. They can hear your anger. They can hear you spit and sputter. They can hear all of your joys, all of your laughter, all of the good things that are going on in your life. And they love to listen because of these ears, I'm telling you. But look right here, guys. There's no mouth. There's only this nose. There's no mouth. It can't share anything. You can curse at him. You can get angry at him. You can scream at him. You can cry at him. You can throw him on the floor. And they're still going to love you, because they're filled with God's unconditional love. Unconventional love, too. They're filled with it. And they're always going to love you no matter what. No matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter what mood you're in, they're going to love you forever and ever and always. That's why it's important to have one, to make them for others. Hello, Diane, and then An N, an N, an N. Oh, Lydia Nannon. Oh, Lydia, you got a new name. Okay. Boy, oh boy, you spoofed me there, buddy. Hello. And there's Lana and Leslie. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. Okay, it is so nice to be home. So nice to be home. It was wonderful at my sister's. We rented a car for 2 days. Is Mama Swift here? Did I miss her? Yes! Hello, hello. I missed you, Trish. I'm sorry I didn't see you when you came in, but I'm glad I got you now. Yes, I went to Ohio to my sister, Samantha, and I was there for 5 weeks actually. And I did have a very lovely visit. It was not a restful visit. Parts of it were. We rented a car and we went a couple places that my sister wanted to go. And Jacqueline Marley. Oh, Leanie. Yes, Samantha, I did get to see Jen, and Jen and I went out for a few days. We went out. I do have to tell you, Denise. Okay, so they're using your channel name and not your content creator name. They're using your new YouTube, Denise. I did not get to see Juan, and Jen is not my sister. She's just a very good friend who I was able to meet up with a couple years ago when I went up to my sister's, and we've remained friends. And so I did get to go with her um, a day, a week, a couple weeks. We went. I have to tell you, we went to first time we went out. We went to Michael's. We didn't find anything. We went to Joann's. We did not find. Not Joann's. We went to the Dollar Tree. We went to Goodwill. We went to Michael's. Oh, I didn't find anything. So then the next time we went out Woodville Road to Pemberville. No, we went out to Elmore, Ohio. And there's a little yarn shop in Elmore called I can't think of the name right now, but it's in conjunction with Whimsy and Blue. And when we got there, neither shop is there. Whimsy and Blue has turned into a rentable hall and a very cozy place, but no yarn, no jewelry, no clothing, no vintage stuff. So we didn't even get out of the car. I said, not a problem. We'll just go to Pemberville and go to Behind the Pines. And so I thought, yeah, something in the back of my head. You better check it. So I got on the phone. Zach, you just take all the time you need, sweetheart. Won the Yarn Addict raid. Am I talking about dementia? No. Samantha, I think everybody's gotten a cold at one time or another. Okay, when I checked the phone, Behind the Pines was only open on Tuesday and this was Friday. So we didn't even get to go there. So I said, well, let's just go to Bob Evans. We'll pick up something for dinner and we'll go back to my sister's house and eat and chat. And that's what we did. Panda, my love. Oh, my Nino. Oh, I missed you, sweetheart. You are such a special kid. Okay, guys, cut. I don't care. I don't care if Juan's people come over or not. If they do, I will love them same as I love you. And if they come 5 minutes late, who cares? I only care about the people who are in the chat, Samantha. So let's well, Zach, man, it's okay. You just take your time. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So Jen found a skirt at a store for a very reasonable price, but it was too short. She was uncomfortable in it and decided not only to wear it over leggings, but to add a crocheted bottom to the skirt. And she's finished it, and it is absolutely beautiful. And she sent me a picture, but I'm not going to show you because you probably have to wait till Tuesday night to see it. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't, and buy me a cup of coffee and all that other stuff if you feel like it. But if you don't worry about it. Len, isn't Panda he's the funniest kid. I did get to see him one time, and boy, is he ever handsome. I told him if I was, well, probably by now 50 years younger, I'd just like drive out to Texas. That's all there is to it. What's the blue beside the names? What's the blue beside the names? Well, let's see if I see a blue. Actually, Lynn, I'm not seeing a blue. I'm not sure what you're seeing. If it's a wrench, that means that they're a moderator, but I don't have moderators. So I'm not sure what you're seeing, Lynn. You've seen him on Spider? KK! A crown? I don't see any crowns. Oh, are you guys seeing that? Because I don't get to see that. And personally, I don't care. I don't pay any attention to that. They look like crowns. That has to do with how much chat is in the chat. If you just chat a little bit, excuse me, you don't get a crown. If you are the chattiest chatter in the chat, you get a crown with a number 1 in it, and so forth. Lainey, hi, Vicky. Welcome, welcome. You know that I am not monetized, so I don't get, you can't send me money, and I don't get super chats or any of that stuff. If you want to, not a chatty person, me either, Len. I like to sit back and crochet, and I hope you're having a good day, KK. Zach, we're not going to talk about dementia today because it doesn't matter. So, and if you want to talk to Samantha about it, you can email her later, okay? I don't want that stuff taking up space in my cottage because this cottage is filled with love. And, maybe some people have dementia, but it doesn't really matter because when they come in here, they get filled up with love. Okay, back to Jen. You need to go Tuesday to the Jen and Ivy show to see her skirt. I think she's going to show it. If she didn't show it last week, she's going to show it this next Tuesday. So, it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. She did a pineapple um, extension on it, and it just came out beautiful. I don't have my phone in here, so I can't show you the Halloween costumes that I made for the bunnies, the Somebunnies that I gave to the girls at my sister's infusion center. They came out so cute. One is candy corn hat with a candy cane scarf, and the other one, honestly, it looks like a bleached out Darth Vader, but it's a ghost. When you don't have a pattern and it's coming out of there, you just never know what you're going to get. Oh, Leni, I love instant gratification. You're right. And here is a new blanket I'm working on. And this one it's instant gratification. Okay, I need to do an intro. I think I finished with Jen. Now I'm going to Mama Swift. Mama Swift, I am no longer doing Boggy Creek blankets. I will do Luck of the Draw blankets, but not for Boggy Creek. Too expensive. Um, Although I did bring back some of Jen's blankets because she couldn't mail them. So I brought them home with me, and I'm going to take them over to Morrison where Nancy lives. So I'll finish up the 3 that I still have because I did not take all that yarn with me. Had I done the last 4 weeks of that blanket, I had 3 blankets. Each blanket has 6 colors, 5 colors and a base. 3 sixes are 18. That would have taken 18 skeins of yarn plus 3 blankets in my suitcase on the airplane. I wasn't doing it. So I got them all marked down, and I'll finish them up and take them over to Nancy when I get them done, probably November. But there is a new place in Gainesville, half an hour from me. And remember how excited Nisi got when she found out the children's center in Missoula that she could donate blankets and hats and giraffes to? Do you remember that? When we made giraffes and giraffe blankets for them? She was so excited because she didn't have to ship them anywhere. When she went into town, she could just take them and drop them off. And it got me thinking, why not just make baby blankets for Gianna's house and drive them to Gainesville? So that's what I'm going to do. And I got the first one done. And it's right here. So I'm going to show you. And the nice thing about baby blankets is they're only 30 by 30 or 24 by 36 or something like that. But this is the first one. And I think it came out really nice. This pattern is a pattern that my sister had in a book that her husband's grandmother had. And it starts in the middle with extended double crochets, chain 2, extended double crochet cluster, chain 5, extended double crochet cluster, chain 2, extended double crochet cluster. The 5s are in the corners. Okay, and then the next row is your extended double crochet cluster, chain 2, extended double crochet cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space all the way around. 3 double crochets, your clusters, chain 2 cluster, 3 double crochets, and your other clusters in the corner. And that's what you keep doing. Your extended double crochet cluster, 3, chain 2, 3, extended double crochet cluster. In that chain 2 space, you put 2 double crochets, and then double crochet all the way across. In this chain 2, you put 2 more. And, you're on, I'm sorry. And then I'll be there in a bit. That's all right. Okay. And then your clusters again, chain 2. You always chain 2, triple extended double crochet cluster, chain 2, another cluster, chain 2, and then fill in the whole side. 2 doubles in that last chain 2, double in each one across, chain 2, do your clusters, chain 2, all the way around. And when you get to the bigger rounds, that's how that begins to look. Isn't that the most beautiful blanket? It would be beautiful in a variegated. It would be beautiful in a stripe. It would be beautiful in a rainbow. It would be a beautiful scrap blanket. But these corners are just, I don't know. I like it. And that's what counts. I like it. I am done traveling, Carrie. Yeah, I think Elmo's happy. Well, I'll tell you how happy Elmo is. My niece Julie drove me home, and we came down 75 to I-10 in Florida, and she knew that there was a rest area on I-10 just west of 75. And so when we got to Valdosta, I called and I said, we're in Valdosta. It'll be about an hour before we get to I-10, so you can drive up. He said, I'm already been here an hour and a half. So it was about an hour and 15 minutes before we got to I-10. So he sat in the car and waited for me for about 3 hours. That's how much he missed me. You know, KK, there's no Kroger here. Now, we have a Kroger warehouse, and you can get home delivery, but there's no Kroger stores. Florida will not let Kroger in, and I don't know why. Oh, that was good. That was a V8 pineapple orange. Orange pineapple. 50% juice. 50 calories. No added sugars. 4% total carbohydrates. 2% sodium. No fat. Yummy stuff. It has the caffeine level of 1 cup of coffee. An excellent source of B vitamins. No sugar added, no artificial colors, non-GMO, and gluten-free. And it comes in blueberry something. It comes in peach mango, which is my favorite. This is Elmo's favorite. But there's several different flavors. Okay, back to what we were doing. I watched well, it's that channel I always watch. You like them, Kendall? Welcome, welcome, Kendall. All right, Denisha. Okay, so watching that, I don't remember what it is, but it's called Charlotte. I think it's Charlotte's. The Charlotte stitch. This is what it is. Isn't that a pretty little stitch? This is in a 2 weight, so it's very delicate. But I am using Urban Chic, which is an old one, 70 acrylic and 22 cotton, and it is a 3 weight, a light 3 weight yarn. You can tell it's an old one that I got like 3 years ago when Hobby Lobby had their last sale. This is called Caribbean Vibes. And this is the same stitch. I am using a size 5mm hook. And you just start out chaining threes. And you single crochet in the first, you skip 2, you slip stitch and 2 half doubles in the next. You skip 2, slip stitch and 2 half doubles in the next. You skip 2 and slip stitch and 2 half doubles in the next. And that's all you do the whole time. And you can see where I am right now. Coming back this way, I've got my 2 half doubles. So I'm going to come into this next slip stitch. and 2 half doubles. I'm going to skip 2 and go into this slip stitch and 2 half doubles all the way across. And the yarn that I'm using is this Urban Chic, and I think it has twice as much blue as it does the other colors, because I can get 2 rows of blue, this row, and this row, and then there's a row of white and a row of yellow, and then this row is actually a variegated orange and white, goes to pink and white, and then to purple and white. And when you're done with the purple and white, well, this is the other end, then it goes back to blue, and I've got 2 rows, 1.5 rows of blue on there. Crochet Me Lovely. That's what it is. See, no dementia here. Crochet Me Lovely. And it's called the Charlotte Stitch. Magic Frog, hello, hello. Hello, Marsha Lee. And there's Jeanette. How are you doing, sweetheart? You're still crocheting? Strawberry banana ones. Oh, yes, there is a strawberry banana one. Yes, Kendall, you're right. I'd forgotten about that one. Oh, Mia, I probably used, what did I do with that little thing? I probably used, let's see, it looks like a 2.75 maybe. Anyway, beautiful. Sherry Knowles, hello, hello. I'm so glad that you stopped in the cottage today, my dear. I'm going to stop right now, and I'm going to play Pick Your Blessing. So, Nancy MacDonald Mac! Hello to all. I'm in the chat, says Sherry Knowles. And Denisha says, Sherry Knowles, girl, I haven't seen you in a dog's age. KK says hello to Sherry. The Magic Frog says hello to Sherry. And I'm going to mark the chat, and we're going to play Pick Your Blessing. Now, Pick Your Blessing is a game that I like to play. It's one that I borrowed from Christy's Closet, Crochet Creations by Christy. And it's a game in which you get to choose your blessing. So when I mark the chat, put in the chat a color and a weight of yarn that you would like to have. And then when everybody puts their weight and color in, I'll remark the chat. We'll count up how many are there, and we'll do the magic twanger. We'll have Froggy pluck the magic twanger and come up with the correct name. And then I will go to my magic wall here. Vanna White does. And I will pick out a couple yarns for you to choose from for your blessing. So let me put in here. There we go. Go ahead and put in what you would like to get if your name is chosen. And I'll see what else I've got to show you. There's another little baby blanket that I do not even remember starting. I don't think I've seen this blanket before, but I must have because it's in my stuff. Isn't that the weirdest? It's a set of 3. And in the first double crochet, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, you do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do 5. You do a shell of 5. And then you do chain 2. Then you do 3 sets of 3. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 1, 2, 3. And then another shell of 5, chain 2, 3 more sets of 3s with a chain 1 in between. And then when you come back, you go in the last one. Huh. Well, isn't that funny? Well, I'm going to like finishing this one. I didn't know I'd even started it. Because I started this dress. You guys remember this little dress. This is the one by Allison Russell with the baubles so that it's real stretchy. And you can get it over the baby's head. I need to finish it. And then I started a sweater to go with it. I'm sure you guys remember the sweater. It's this one. Vintage Baby Cardigan. It's a free pattern from Premier Yarn. Really, really pretty. If you guys want to do this, we'll start it next week. Because I'm going to start doing baby things. Baby things and bunnies. Babies, bunnies, booties. All right, let's see what we've got. Everybody's got theirs in? All right, I'm going to mark the chat. And we have 14 entries, I hear. Thank you, Denisha. Thank you, thank you. Guys, I need to go get my phone. And then I have a blanket to tell you about that is absolutely gorgeous. But let me go get my phone first. Not prepared today. Alrighty. By the way, I started going through my yarn yesterday and pulling out the partial skeins and putting them into two boxes. I started on the 3-weight yarn, and anything that was a partial skein I pulled and put into a cardboard box. And then I straightened up the pink and the red and the orange and the yellow and the green and the turquoise, and that's as far as I got yesterday. And then last night, I took the partial skeins up into the common room, and that's where my ball winder is, and I wound them all up. So when I get ready to do a bunny, or if I get ready to do a scrap blanket, I can see the partial colors, the I can see the colors of the partial skeins that I have because they'll be all caked up. 15. All right, Jenny, you better refresh, buddy. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's open this up. And in here somewhere is the randomizer. Random number. This is not what I want. What I want is Google. All right, where's my Google? Now, why would they do that? Why did I get rid of Google? I shouldn't have gotten rid of Google. All right, well, I guess we'll go back to the randomizer, huh? That's weird. I don't want that. I want the random number. And they don't even give me don't even give me between 1 and 15. Well, isn't this ridiculous? Okay. Select a number between 1 and 15. This is ridiculous. 8. Leanie, who's number 8? This is the funniest day. It tells me I've been away way too long. Kim G! Kim, I finally made it home. And I'm packaging up your gift to send out to you. I hope you have a sense of humor. Marsha Lee. Okay. And what does Marsha Lee want? Nancy McDonald? Oh, there's my angel in the frozen stone. How are you doing, sweetheart? I love you so much. Okay, so we've got Marsha Lee and Nancy. Is it Nancy McDonald? She said, surprise me. It's worth the wait. Okay. Okay, so is it Nancy Mack? All right, I'm going to go back and find out. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, a 4 or 3 variegated yellow-green. All right. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Nancy Max and I'm going to do Marshallese. It's okay. I'm in a generous mood and I haven't given anything away for a whole month while I was up at my sister's and could not. So we're going to give Marshallee a surprise. And we're going to let Nancy Mac decide what she'd like, a variegated yellow-green in 3 or 4. A variegated yellow-green. See, I love doing this stuff, so you guys, you just hang in there. Variegated yellow-green. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Variegated yellow. Green. Yellow or green. Variegated yellow or green. Ooh. Oh! All right. Nancy. Mac! This is Urban Chic that I'm working on that other blanket. It was also a discontinued color at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. This one is called Mint. And it's oranges and yellows and the greens, couple shades of green. So you got green and yellow. It is a number 3 weight. Or you have this, which is a Stylecraft yarn, 100% premium acrylic, Bambino print double knitting, which is a number 3 from Stylecraft, 100% acrylic called Hopscotch. And it is, let's see, how many? 299 yards, 300 yards. And this is what it makes up as. And it's not showing me anything here. This one is 275 yards, 300 yards. Or we have this beautiful cake. Of Premier Sweet Roll Frosty, 245 yards, a 4-weight yarn in the color Limeade, green and yellow. So Miss Mac. Stop arguing, guys, or I'm going to go away. I don't want any arguing here. It's not allowed in the cottage, only love. So just. Oh, Leanie, wasn't Samantha's blankets just beautiful? And Samantha, while I have you here and everyone else, I promised Samantha that I would send her a book if she finished her 4 Boggy Creek blankets. And she finished them and she sent them in, and Nancy unboxed them and showed them, and they are beautiful. But for the life of me, I cannot remember, Samantha, what book I was going to send you. So if you remember, send me an email, a Gmail, and let me know. Okay, so Mac, you want this one. This is actually a full roll. It just got kind of pulled apart, stuffing them in and out. This is the Urban Chic. I have only one of these. Made in Turkey. It's acrylic and cotton. It is so nice to work with, and it is the same yarn that I'm using for my blanket. So you could probably make a little blanket out of this one or whatever you want, but there you go. Okay, so I'm going to find my stickers, which should be right here, and of course they're not, and I have no way to find them because I haven't been home for months. All right, I'm just going to write on it, Mac. Okay, Mac, this goes to you. And Marshall Lee, I will send you a surprise. Okay. Now, Granny D. You know what, Sherry? I made some tumbleweeds too. That's how I used up some of my my scrap yarn, tumbleweeds. And they're so fun to make. They're so easy. Oh, Leanie, that's awesome. Leanie, you know if you want to send them, well, you can send them to her. Yeah, you can send them to her just as easy. We're in the same zip code. Okay, let's see. What else? What else can we do? There's another game called, well, it's another game I borrowed from Christy. She calls hers It's Not My Cup of Tea. And it has to do with yarn that you thought you were going to use and you bought it because it was cool and different, but you really didn't have a project in mind for it, and you've not come up with anything in the meantime, and it's still sitting on your shelf and it's taking up space with other yarn that you need to get out from when you were buying yarn in Lexington, Kentucky when Joann's was going out and you don't have room on your shelf for it yet. So we're going to play a game called, oh shoot, I had a name for it yesterday. I had a really cool name for it. Somebody play some music. Oh, did you hear that? That was perfect. I tell you, friends, God is good. All I can think of is Not My Cup of Tea. But well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys come up with a name. You sent the name of the book? Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. That was you then. All right. See how God is good and used you this morning. Um, what you guys give me a name. Yeah, it was Lana on command. Um, think of a name for I like this yarn, but I'm never going to use it. But it has to be shorter, like out the door. Oh, trash to treasure. Well, it sounds like it starts out trash, and it's really not. OPH, I don't know what that is. Not for me. Orphan yarn. Oh, okay, orphan yarn. That's the number one. Unused beauty. Oh, Southern Winter. I like that one too. Oh, I got to write these down. You guys have got some good ones. Unused beauty. Orphan yarn. Well, Samantha, we already got to pick your blessing, sweetheart. You guys are on the right track. Cinderella's pumpkin. Lost and found. Oh, you guys are giving me some good names. Seeking love. Take me home, yarn. Jennifer, that's good. Born again. Oh, good, Zach. Butterfly yarn. Butterfly yarn. I like butterfly yarn because that means it's sitting here in one of my cocoons and it's going to come out something beautiful. That's a good one. Thank you. Oh, see, ours don't go back until later. Okay, stop. I have 5. I have 5 names here. I'm going to put these 5 names in this jar. What is in this jar? Oh, it was my job jar. Okay, I'm going to put these in the jar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to shake them up. And I'm going to pick one out. And whichever one I pick out, that's what we're going to call it, okay? Has everybody agreed to that? Because those were 5 good names. I can't pick. So, yes, I know, Jeanette. I crochet to forget my arthritis. Okay, this is the one I picked. Are you guys ready for the answer? We're going to call it Orphan Yarn. Now is the time to play Orphan Yarn. And Orphan Yarn was a name picked by there were so many good names. Nancy McDonald. All right, Mac. You get a blessing because you chose the name that God chosen. And now we're going to play Orphan Yarn. So I'm going to mark the chat. You guys write in Orphan Yarn if you want to play the game. And I'll go pick out the yarn. All right, here is the yarn. It is Yarnspirations Bernat Velvet. Every skein is a winner. There's a free pattern for a pillow. It takes 10.5 knitting needles and 1 ball of yarn to knit a tufted cushion pillow. It is the color Pagoda. It's a bulky 5 yarn, and it's 100% polyester and 315 yards. I think it's backwards. If you don't want to win this yarn, go back and delete your entry. You can do that. And please only write it one time. Thank you, Samantha. Only enter one time. This is pretty stuff. Sometimes velvet can go, but this isn't pulling apart. So this is pretty good stuff. What's Bernat? I used to call it Bernay because the AT is Can't do polyester. Okay, Sherry. Kim says, Sherry, I'll take it if your name's chosen. Okay, guys, I'm going to mark the chat. And okay. Okay, Denisha, are you still here? There's Leslie. Denisha, if you're still here, will you count this time? I'm not seeing Denisha. I hope Denisha's still here. Denisha is here. Okay. Hey, Charlotte. I'm so glad you made it in today. How about that? Usually I see Charlotte on the replay, but today she made it in time. Okay, tell me how many we have, Denisha. I don't. There she is, Denisha. You are here. Okay, how many do we have, sweetheart? I did make it home safely. You know, the traffic was really light. The only traffic we ran into, of course, was in Knoxville, and got 15. Thank you, sweetheart. Was in Knoxville and Atlanta. But we didn't. We went through Atlanta, and it wasn't like lunchtime or dinner time or anything. So although traffic was heavy, we did not have a standstill. It was, I mean, we did good. All right, let's see what we've got here. Pick a number between 1 and 15.
7.
Well, I didn't even tell you. No, I'm not taking that one. Pick a number between 1 and 15, please. 11. So, Denny, who is number 11? It's gonna wait a minute to see if who Denny comes up with. Because I asked her to pick this time. And we're going to go with her number. Number 11. Frozen Stone. Okay, my Angela. My angel in the Frozen Stone. All right. Alrighty, I will get these out this week. And whoo-hoo! Congratulations to my winners for today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do prayers. Because Mr. Elmo came in a little earlier and needs my help outside. So I'm going to cut this one short and we'll resume our normal programming in November. Okay, so we have Samantha and her cold. Lana. An unspoken. Prayers for all who need them. Jen! Okay, any other prayer requests? Frozen Stone says she's an angel. She prays for everybody. Oh, good. That is good. That's a praise, Southern Winter. That's a praise. For it to be healed. Okay. Oh, you know those shoulders, Lana. I've got rotator cuff damage in both shoulders, so I know. Oh. Oh, Lana. My mother's heart went down to 20%. And so we were so excited to be able to get her into hospice. And then they told us in-house hospice is like less than 3 months. And we're like, no, we don't want her in. Oh, Sally, thank you. Sherry, how long did it take you after your surgery to go through physical therapy and get it back to some semblance of normal? 25, okay. Oh, Jenny. I'm so sorry to hear that. 6 weeks for physical therapy and 6 weeks of no driving. Oh, thank you, Mia. Yeah, she needs constant prayers just for strength. Wow. Barbara Andrews, hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. That's 2 Barbaras here today. Okay, guys, while I still have you, I'm going to ask God to heal up Samantha's cold. She seems to get them quite often, and with cold weather coming, she doesn't need another cold. I'm going to pray for Lana's mother. When your heart stops, that's the end of a body. So at 25%, it isn't much, and there's not a whole lot her mom can do because any exertion she does try may cause the heart to stop. Um, I pray for the family who had the miscarriage. That leaves a big hole. And for Southern Winter's Buddy's tail, I pray that tail heals up, and maybe the best thing is to have it amputated. I don't know. I did have a cat. There's a special kind of cat that has the tail is just short. And by golly, my brain's not working right now, but I pray for Lana's arm, and I pray for Sherry Knowles. Sherry's been through a lot, and I ask, Father, that you watch over her and heal her completely. And I ask that God keeps you a Manx. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. That's the word, a Manx. I pray that God will keep you in the palm of his hand until we meet again on Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, which will be still in the month of October, so you will never know what to expect. Lana, we've got lots of prayers coming your way, sweetheart. And I love you all. Don't forget to put your paper in the bin, your cups in the sink. Don't forget your shoes, but leave all your worries on the doorstep. Please don't take them with you. And make sure you dip your bucket in that big vat of love that's by the door next to the refrigerator. And I will see you next Wednesday. I love you all.